Hi, everyone. This is Diana Hudgins from the podcast Life. It's a Big Faith Journey, and I'm coming to you as promised with my list of notes to help you to see how you can utilize your time and listen to my podcast. So, first of all, I want to talk to some of you who may not know this because simply you haven't had to use it. But there is the ability to have hands-free listening, and this will help you very much in listening to my podcast. There are what we call earbuds. Earbuds will help you connect to your phone without having to carry your phone everywhere around with you. It also allows you the ability to listen privately. Then there's a speaker on your cell phone that you can also listen to my podcast without having to hold on to your phone. And there is in the last 10 years or so, the ability to be able to listen to our phones through our vehicles. And podcasts are awesome for the reason that you can actually stop the podcast if you get interrupted or you ran out of time and were not able to finish the podcast. You can come back and pick up right where you left off. Now, let's talk about some of the ways that you can utilize listening to my podcast. Now, whenever you're getting ready in the morning and prepping for your day, you can listen to my podcast. Whenever you're commuting to school or work, back and from, you can listen to my podcast. And maybe in your job, you do drive a lot. You go from one location to another. So you can listen to my podcast that way. I promise those long, dreary drives don't have to be all that. You can listen to my podcast. Also, at a particular time of the day, you know what time it is. It's time to go get the kids from school. So here you are driving there and you're in the pickup line. It's a wonderful time to listen to my podcast. The kids may even thank you for being in such a good mood because you were so inspired and motivated from listening to my podcast. There are meetings. There are meetings where you're waiting for people to arrive. It's a good time to listen to my podcast. Then there's also appointments and how you're waiting in the doctor's office, waiting for him to come in, him or her. And then you're in the doctor's examining room and you're still waiting. So, you also have kids that have practices, and you're waiting for them to get done with practice. Or they may be taking other kinds of lessons and stuff and you're waiting. And then you have those morning walks or those afternoon runs or working out. And then you got your job. Some of you can listen to these kinds of things while you're working, especially if you have your own office. But don't forget, you've got those earbuds. So, you hate having to go to the grocery store all by yourself, but you don't have to. I promise to go with you and talk to you down each and every aisle. So then you come home and you got the dreaded chores. You got the chores to do. And so here there are things like laundry and vacuuming, which is noisy, and then mowing the lawn, noisy, but you can put your earbud in and listen to my podcast. And so then let's see, there is making meals. Meal prepping, coming home and making dinner or prepping for lunch the next day or prepping lunch for the week, all those kinds of things. It's a great time to listen to my podcast. Then you have, I'm winding down for the day. I don't want to think about a lot of things. So I want to get my mind off of that. So what can help to do that? Well, maybe you're going to take your nice hot bath that day and that will help, but also pop in an earbud and listen to my podcast. Or when you lay your head down on the pillow at night, your mind is still racing and you've got negative things going on, pop in an earbud and listen to my podcast. Until next time, everyone, be blessed and know that when I come on here again, I'm going to talk to you about the many ways that you can subscribe and listen and be alerted to when the next podcast is being released. But yeah, like I said, until next time, listen to all the other episodes that have already been published and have a wonderful day.